Hello and welcome back Ark players to a brand new video. Now today this is a very important video if you're currently playing Ark Survival Ascended, as there's some upcoming changes for this week, as in 15 days time there is going to be the Astraeos Mega Update, which is bringing so much new content. We will talk about something new that Nakatus did just mention as well, which is coming with the update, but there's a lot of like server changes, things going on, memory improvements, that kind of thing. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a heads up, especially if Estrellos is your main map, or if you have a base there or anything like that. This is going to be some important news for you guys. So if you do enjoy today's video, as always, if you guys wouldn't mind dropping a like on the video, subscribing if you're new around here, that would really support me, and let's get on with the video. Okay, so we're going to be reading through the live ops again from the community crunch and then linking it to the new stuff that the devs have talked about, and then we're going to be looking at some sneak peeks for the Astraeos update, which Nakatus has just posted, and it's more than just a desert expansion. There's so much other stuff coming. Now, this part of the video of the live ops doesn't really matter that much. We've already covered it. It's not really to do with this video, but I wanted to mention it again because obviously if you saw earlier this week, the enforcement team identified a significant exploit affecting the official network, and the exploit was now fixed. Wildcard, following their investigation, action was taken against 100 tribes that were found to be abusing this method, and these tribes are being wiped from the official network. And I had a lot of people say in my comments, and I'm sorry if you do watch the videos, I have seen some of you guys that have said I've been wiped by Wildcard, I was dev wiped, and you know, and sort of saying your reason why you thought it was unfair. And the thing is, I understand to a degree that when other people are doing something and you're not doing it, and it makes it an unfair advantage for you, if you then don't do it and you follow the rules, you then might lose everything because these people are gaining an advantage over you. So I completely understand that situation, but I think when you go ahead and make that decision to actually go ahead and do what the other people are doing, sadly, the way the game is, you will end up potentially finding yourself getting wiped. And I know it's such a shame because that's the way Ark has always been. Unfortunately, people cheat. They will eventually end up getting banned, but then at the same time, you're trying to fight that off if you play on PvP because you don't want to do it because you don't want to get banned, but then you might get wiped by that tribe anyway. So I understand the frustration with the situation, but at least this exploit is now being fixed. And obviously they said if you know a method for a hacker and exploit, please email reports@studiowildcard.com. Okay, so the important part of the video, the server adjustments. So next week, Valguero servers will be returning to their standard 70 player population cap. During the Valguero launch window, these servers were temporarily set to 100 players and we're now reverting them to their normal limits. In addition, over the next couple of weeks, we'll be moving a small number of official servers as part of ongoing back-end preparations for the upcoming Astraeos expansion. These moves are expected to primarily affect Astraeos servers, with most of the activity focused on PvE. This will not impact your Astraeos server beyond it going down for short maintenance, then coming back up. These changes are part of our regular infrastructure work to improve server stability and to prepare for future updates. Now, the reason why this is so important and what we're linking it to with this is this person said, can someone explain in simple English what it means in addition over the couple of weeks, blah, 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 blah. And Dolly says, simple English, Astraeos map is very chonky. You guys know that, whether you play on the LoadedCrysis cluster, whether you play on someone else's cluster, wherever you play, we all know the Astraeos map is massive and it eats memory, like Dolly says here. They're working on memory ongoing, but also servers live on boxes, shuffle server around boxes, bit like Tetris for super nerds, equals more memory for everyone. Yay. So overall, this change being pushed out not just to official servers but to the entire game is great news for players that play the Astraeos map but experience issues with crashing, RAM drops, everything like that, because the map is just so big. And for such a long time, Studio Wildcard have been trying to work on with Nakatus to render down the map in certain ways that doesn't take away from the beauty and everything like that, to make it a bit more playable, because it does experience some of the biggest issues in the game, and that is just from Astraeos being such a massive map. And of course, on top of things, it's now getting the desert expansion, so it's always a constant battle while you're waiting for new technology to be released, such as Unreal Engine 5.7, to be able to ensure that people aren't constantly crashing on this map. So this person said, would it be safer to take all our things from Astraeos servers to a different server while the optimization is in progress? And Dolly did mention, no, it's going to be barely noticeable for you guys. Server will go down for some maintenance one day, then pop back up. Now, I am going to recommend, this is something for the Astraeos update, I will be recommending players to, if you're playing on my cluster, I will be recommending players to, if that is their home map and they want to stay there, that's absolutely fine. But I will recommend players to move over to another map while the update does go live. And the only reason I say that is, and this isn't just for my cluster, I would say this to everyone else out there, whether you're on official, whether you're on another cluster, whatever, I would recommend moving your character to a different map, just for, it might be okay, right? It might be. But I've seen things in the past, I've experienced things in the past, and because it's an expansion update, probably nothing will change. And you probably load back in and your character is going to be fine. But as just a safety precaution, I would move over to another map to avoid losing your character. I'm not saying you will, okay? It's just we've been through things before, haven't we, guys? You know, and I just like to put that little warning out there just in case. Right, so we have some new updates on what's coming with the Mega Update, and the cat has posted there will also be many new caves on Astraeos with the next update. 5 new artifact caves and 10 plus smaller building caves. And PvP players, I made the entrances to most of these building caves as small as wildcard allows me. So Nakatas is trying to listen to those PvP players, because obviously one of the biggest things within the world of Ark Ascended is that PvP players have said that they've not really experienced as much love as PvE players, which, you know, I do kind of agree. That's the way that Ascended is a little bit more these days compared to the old days, and that's why a lot of PvP players decide to still play Evolved these days. But and then we have, oh, this is the close-up, by the way. I made sure, there's the Scorpion King. I didn't even see that before. This is why I make it so important that I don't miss this out, because look what is down there. Look what that thing is frightening. Oh, what game is it? Do you know what? I think it might have been one of it. There was a game, right, where you had to move across the sand. It might have been a Star Wars game. And if you were on the sand for too long, obviously Dune Awakening is very similar to that, right? But if you were on it too long, you would end up getting gobbled. Very similar to that. But I mean, the Scorpion King is frightening. And I was hoping they were going to give it a bit of a love, and it didn't just look like a giant, you know, scorpion that we've had in the game before. Okay, so this massive update this month also includes a complete lighting and weather overhaul. Here is a comparison for you to see how big the impact is, both picks at the same time of day and weather. So here we go, the new look at the Astraeos weather compared to the old, and it looks like they've kind of cleared up the fog in a way, and I like that because on my cluster I have a setting that you can, it's called performance boost. I would say it's sometimes more enjoyable boost, if that makes sense, because sometimes you just get to see the light without, you know, the game without the fog, without you know, without those weather effects and stuff like that, and the clouds. So I'm really interested to see when this update comes, what's gonna happen when we remove the clouds and the fog, to see if it looks like, I don't know whether that's going to look nice or not. I'm not sure, but it would actually be cool to just play it on the normal settings and it just look amazing and be able to actually see things. Teaser time. Some of the Ark creatures have built their home underneath the dunes of Astraeos. Better not disturb them or you might regret it. And Oh, no. Oh, no. Look what's going to be underneath. It's not the swamp anymore. It feels like this is the underground June swamp. Oh, so there's going to be some terrifying things down here. It's not going to be easy. I think this is it, and I like that. I feel like I've been really enjoying Ark DLCs getting harder. I want more of that. Keep that coming, Wildcard, and I think they know that themselves. I think they've really realized recently how important it was for Lost Colony to be a tough DLC. I'm not saying we'd want... I would not want every DLC to be like Lost Colony, right? I think it's very unique in its own way. Of course, it's had its issues. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I think one of the last things I wanted to talk about was in the crunch, and it was the level design fixes. These coordinates correspond to several unintended building spots, rat holes, that will be patched out with the launch of Astraeos. Heads up to your schedule, you'll remove a list if you're built in one of these locations, and I already did show you guys this. It's Ragnarok and Aberration. These locations will be patched out. So if you do have a base in one of these locations, of one of these rat holes, it will be literally removed from the game. So if your base is there, anything like that, it's all going to get destroyed. So I recommend moving as soon as possible if you see your base in any of these spots. Because it will be bye-bye, and unfortunately there'll be nothing that you can do about that, which is you know, it's a shame for people that don't keep up to date with Ark news, because some people, unfortunately, in the world of Ark, they just don't check things, and that's understandable. Like, some people just don't use social media, and when these things happen... yeah, it's definitely happened over the years. Okay, guys, that is going to be the full video. As a heads up, tomorrow is the launch of Love Ascended, so please prepare yourself for a whole new event. Of course, tomorrow I will go through the update with you guys, because, you know, there might be some patch notes alongside it. So when Love Ascended goes live, you know, we've already gone through what's coming within the event skins and everything like that. But anything with patch notes and stuff, and Love Ascended will be live until... so it'll be live for a week as always. So it'll be from Wednesday to Wednesday, and it will end on the 18th of February. So yes, I will announce all of that stuff in due time, because of course it will be coming to the LoadedCrysis cluster on day 1. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.